guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and today I'm going to be ranking all of the items I use makeup wise minus the eyeshadow palettes for the month of February 2024. Yes, I know I'm about half a month behind, but life's been crazy lately. I'm a little behind on content I still want to share with you guys. So if you just want to hang out, keep on watching. Before we get too far into the video, if you have not already, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. I upload videos twice a week. It is totally free to subscribe. And I would love to have you back again to talk in the comments and for more content in the future. All right, let's go ahead and get into the rankings. So for those of you who are new to this series, this is basically me adding on to the eyeshadow palette ranking monthly videos that I've been doing. And this is all the other makeup that I use in the month and ranking those items. Some of them are new items, some of them are very old items. It's just whatever I used that month and letting you know what was the absolute worst, what was terrible, what I don't recommend, what was just mid, and what was amazing no matter if it's old or new. So here we go. I used 35 items in the month of February and we have a new worst product. You guys, it was not the same one in February as it was in January. This is the worst product I used in all of February. The Glamlight Rick and Morty setting spray. I will leave my review linked and not land too long on this, but essentially the component is SeaWorld. It is not fine enough. And it is like hairspray, not only when you squirt it on your face, but like if you squirt it here and it gets in my hair all crunchy. So does it make the makeup last? Sure, I guess, but alcohol is the second ingredient, so it works, but I don't really like the formula or the component, to be fair. Love Rick and Morty, like, let me specify. I love the component when it comes to the shape of the beaker, the concept, the packaging. The sprayer, like the nozzle itself, is what I mean when I say I don't like the component because it's not a fine enough mist. So yeah, I'll use it because I have it, but it's bad, y'all. And number 34 was my worst item of January. So this is the second worst item of February, but I am just trying to use it up. And I've got it on my face today. And guys, let me tell you, it does not look bad. That's not why this is in the bottom. It actually looks pretty nice. It says it's full coverage. I feel like it's more of a medium coverage. So that's number one, is if you were to build it up to full coverage with the included sponge, oh my gosh, you would look like spackle, literally. This is a solid serum foundation. I'm just trying to use it up, but it just feels really heavy and like cakey, and I am not into that at this point. So that is why it's 34, and it was the lowest in January. In number 33 is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. I know this is a favorite for a lot of people. I'm wearing it today because I'm trying to use it up. It doesn't look terrible on, I will say, especially built up several coats, but it's just too wet of a formula for me. And every single day it transfers up here onto my brow bone, and I just cannot have that in a mascara. So I'm going to use it up, but I would never repurchase that one again. In number 32 is the Urban Decay All-Nighter Waterproof Full Coverage Concealer. I'm using this one as well today, just trying to use it up. And it's similar to the It Cosmetics problem. It's a great applicator. I do like Urban Decay. I like the packaging. It is so cakey and drying under the eyes. It just makes me look crepey and old. And, you know, I'm not saying anything against old people. Like, we're all going to get there someday, but I'm not trying to look it sooner. So this is, it has the full coverage, but it's just like so dry and cakey, and that's just not what I need at this stage in my life. So it's a lot of the stuff, it is personal preference. I realize that it's not even that all of the products are bad. That would probably work for someone who's got totally smooth, non-textured, younger skin, but that's just not me. I'm 32 if you're watching this and you need some frame of reference, and I have combo / oily skin for your reference. So that one, all of these products are so far ones that are like, okay, I'm using them up because obviously I spent my coin on it, but I don't recommend them and I will not repurchase them once they're gone. So the next one, it's not really an eyeshadow palette, so I'm putting it here instead of in my monthly eyeshadow palette ranking. This is the Laura Geller Red Carpet Ready Palette Face and Eyes, and it's got 3 shades in it. So I got this from TJ Maxx for really like $3, I think about $1 a shade. This is in my planning to pan 24 in 2024 video. I'll leave that linked in the cards if you're interested in seeing it and you haven't, but basically I want to hit pan in all of these shades. I've made some decent progress, particularly in this one because I've used it on the eyes and the face. These I don't feel like you can use on the face as much. I don't know, maybe this is bronzer. I haven't tried it. This is too deep for the face for me, so I just kind of like use it on the outer edges of my eyes. This is like for work on a daily basis when I don't have time to do something like creative and fun like I'm wearing today. So yeah, I don't consider it a full eyeshadow palette. That's why it's here. At the time, I was just like, oh, $3. Make it for $3? Wow, that's really good. That's not the mindset I have anymore when it comes to purchasing. I'd rather get quality over quantity, even if it's cheap in my mind. But that's not how I shopped at this point in my makeup collection life. So I've got this in my collection, and it's just fine. These mattes, like, they barely show up. There is the soft petal eyeshadow. You can see the purple haze shadow, like that's as deep as it gets. Not much there. And then the Moon Dust Illuminator is a really actually pretty duochrome that is like a pinky shade. So that one I actually really like the illuminizer as a highlight, and that's probably why I have gotten the closest hitting pan on that one because I'm enjoying it the most. But it's just like super basic and I could get way better. Not for $3, mind you, but you know, it needs to go. And I don't like the fact that there's 3 shades and like this is big, all this bulky packaging and like a mirror for 3 shades. I just yeah, I'm using it, but it needs to go. We're still in that category. Right, in number 30, I've still been using this really old Avon palette, and particularly the blush and bronzer. This was a blush that I completely panned and used up, so I've been using this blush just on like, oh my gosh, it's here on my desk and I need to just use something and get out the door. And I've been using this bronzer. I don't know if you can see the dip, the progress I've made on it, but they're honestly, for how old this is, girls, from when I was in high school, this is like 10 plus years ago. They're decent, but like they're just nothing special, and I personally choose not to support MLMs at this point in life, so do what you will with that info, but like they're fine and I've been using them, so I'm just kind of reporting back to you guys. In number 29, from Laura Lee Los Angeles, the lip gloss in shade Rose Glimmer. I was excited when they came out with these glosses because I have glosses already from Laura Lee Los Angeles from the Candy Skies collection, and I love those glosses, and I thought this would just be like some additional ones with some really pretty shimmer in there. But you can smell, it's like a really like, how do I describe it? It's like the big round tape of double bubble chewing gum. It's that like that like artificial bubblegum smell, and I'm not super into that. It smells just like double bubble to me, like the chalky kind of gum, if you know what I mean, where it has like a little bit of powder looking stuff on it almost. And I'm not a fan of this applicator. It's not like a pointed doe foot, it's just flat, and it's comfortable, like it's not gritty or anything. And I do love the magnetic closure. I love how the packaging looks. But it's mostly just the scent and the applicator itself I'm not super interested in. So it's fine. It's not bad, but it's not great. I don't think I would repurchase it. So that we're now in the like mid category. Everything under this was like bad, don't go, avoid, do not pass go. Now we're in the like, it's fine, but it's definitely not something I would like have to have again or would miss if it disappeared from my collection. I do have a couple empties from this month, and this is how I've decided to incorporate empties in, is in the series if I used it and like used it up in that month instead of a separate empties video. Number 28, the Lancome Hydra Hydrant. This is the Liquid Glow Soothing Moisturizer. This was a little mini that I used in my Deck of Pan series that I pulled this month. I'll leave that video linked if you would like to see it. And yeah, I just used up, it was a mini, was the challenge. I used up this little mini. It's fine. It moisturized. It did what it said it was going to do. But again, this is not like any special moisturizer over any other moisturizer. Like it did what it was supposed to do, but like it didn't stand out, I guess is the way I would put it. So I've used it, it's gone, it's going in the trash. We're moving on. In number 27 is the ColourPop Luxe Lip Oil. I don't know if you guys can tell how much progress I've made since when I had this in my ranking last month, but I have about half left of what I did last month. I've just been putting this on every single day before work. It is pretty moisturizing. This one's in shade Rain Check. I do like how it looks. I do feel like it's moisturizing. I like the formula. It is, again, one of those like flat doe foots that is not my favorite. I don't mind it as much when it's a clear oil like this because I don't feel like I need the precision with an oil as I do with a liquid lipstick, although I minded it with the gloss. I don't know, that's like shimmery though. I don't want shimmer like too far up or far down. I like the packaging on this, but same as I mentioned last month, I think these just have a short shelf life because it smells funky. So I think these are good, but you need to use them right away if you get them. If you keep them for like a year, it smells expired and funky. So I have other lip oils from Lunar Beauty that I'll probably use them. This one is out and not repurchase anymore from ColourPop for the time being. But this is kind of in that mid category too, where it's like, it's not bad, but there are some elements about it that aren't my favorite. Next up, the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is the original one. I'm using this as my base today for my eye look. I use this pretty much every single day. It's fine. The packaging is iconic. I love the like crystallized pointed lid. It's just not ranked higher because frankly, like formula wise, I think it's just as good or fine as there's a Wet n Wild one. The Wet n Wild one, I will say, doesn't have an applicator, which I like having an applicator. That one you just have like a tube you have to squeeze and put it on your finger or a brush, but it's so much more affordable than this one. This one is just like outrageously priced in my opinion. So that's why I don't want to rate it any higher because it does what it's supposed to do, but there's other stuff that does just as good of a job and does not cost as much. So do with that information what you will. This one was a gift to me, so I like normally wouldn't buy that one unless it was on sale personally. And number 25 is my current eyebrow gel. This is the St. Luxe Eyebrow Gel in shade Clear. I thought I was totally out of brow gels after the last one I used up, and I was ready to buy another NYX one because I really like that one, but I found one. And now I threw it. This is the one and only singular eyebrow gel I have in my collection. It does hold my brows in place nice and well. They're not like super crunchy. It's clear. This is one I got in Ipsy. I've never heard of this brand. The applicator is fine. It's not like too big, but this is still in the like it's fine category. It's not like life-changing. It works. It's good. I would use it again. I wouldn't be mad at all about having it again, but it's just in that mid category for me, guys. And number 24 from Lancome is the Tint Idole Ultra Wear Care and Glow Foundation. This one was actually sent to me. It is in shade 120N. I usually use neutral leaning foundation shades that work best for me. Yeah, this one, I like it in combination with certain things. I like it with the Milk Hydro Grip. I like it with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer with 4% niacinamide, but unless I have like a gripping long lasting primer, it breaks up terribly right here, like right here every time. So I like it with certain things, which is why it's not ranked any higher, because I really would like a foundation that is like works with anything, plays nice with whatever, and that one's a little finicky, so it looks beautiful paired with those certain things. I don't know what the science is behind that or if it's just my skin type, but yeah, again, I just didn't rank it any higher because it's finicky. And number 23 is the NYX Tame Frame Tinted Brow Pomade. That's what I'm wearing today. I have pretty full brows. I just take usually like a slanted brush like this one from Laura Lee, Los Angeles, put a little pomade on it and like fill in the sparse edges, kind of fluff them out and put gel in. Just helps with like, I have a little some bald patches, right? Like it's not as full some places. It just helps shape it. This stuff will last you forever and is extremely affordable. It can dry out a little bit if you don't get the cap twisted on good. Yeah, we're still in the it's okay category. Like I use it daily. It's fine. It works. Not life-changing. And number 22 is a lipstick from Milani. This is their Bullet lipstick in shade 27 Shoop. I believe this was a limited edition item. I got this in a lip kit with a lip liner. I've completely used up the lip liner, and this is all I have left of the lipstick. This is one of the items in my Deck of Panning series this month. I really like this one, and it has such a nice smell that I can't put my finger on. It's sweet. It's not chocolatey though. I don't know. It's like cocoa, but not chocolate. It's hard to describe, but it's this beautiful warm brown that looks so good with me, particularly with my eye color. I've used it so many times. It's flat across the top. I still have a decent amount left, but I think I just didn't rate this one any higher because it does feel a little drying when I wear it. It's not the most comfortable Bullet lipstick. And I just don't like super reach for Bullet lipsticks. I feel like I reach for more like cushiony, comfortable liquid lipsticks the most when it comes to nude things. But I do really like this one. You can't get it anymore either, so it is okay. But again, I could find another brown lipstick and that one's not like necessarily life-changing, but I do like that one, but you can't get it, so that's why it is where it is. So next up I have a single shadow. This is from the brand Pretties for Your Face. I do have an affiliate code Caitlin. You can use that at checkout to get 20% off of your purchase. And thank you so much if you use any of my codes. They're listed in the description in advance. But I just became an affiliate, so I was playing with their shadows again that I personally purchased before from the brand. I became an affiliate because I know I really like the quality of the brand. And the shade that is in this place is shade Luxe. It is this shade right here. It is more of a purple. These are super pigmented, but it's also just got like a little bit of blue reflect in it as well. And these are like super affordable single shadows, but are so much higher quality than you could ever find, in my opinion, of anything at the drugstore. So sometimes you have a drugstore palette that's like just a little lackluster that you can use as like a base for your eye look, but then you can get a single shadow to really like oomph up the final look. And I think Pretties for Your Face is an excellent brand for that. And number 20 is the lippy that I am wearing today. This is from Kaleidos. It is the shade Agave. It is this dark vampy blue look. I know you guys have seen it if you've seen any of my several recent videos. I've been using a lot as an item in my Deck of Panning series I've been doing. And yeah, I really love how comfortable this formula is from Kaleidos. It fades very naturally, in my opinion. It's just not ranked any higher because I will say, as I have had this as a goal to use 10 times, I've had it now in my rotation for, it'll be going on 3 months. And I just don't use this type of like not as neutral shade as often, to be honest. You guys see it in the videos, but on a day-to-day basis, I just don't use it that much. So I didn't feel like it could rank it any higher when I'm not like truly reaching for it as much. It's not that I don't like how it looks. I just feel like there's a very specific type of look it goes with. It can't just go with anything, in my opinion. So that's why it is where it is. Okay, in number 19 from L'Oreal, this is the Voluminous Lash Paradise. It's supposed to be like a mascara, but it's in shade gold. So here's what happens, right? It's like clear base, but it's gold. So in theory, you could like top your mascara, right, like this, and put like gold in it. It doesn't show up like that to me, honestly. I've tried it a few days as like a brow gel and put some like sparkles in my brows, which was fun, but not super natural looking, of course. And then I've also done a few days, I'll just show you, where I've just kind of tapped the brush like this on the tips of my cheeks and just tried to use the gold that comes off and use that as like a bit of a highlighter at the high point of my face. And I think that's like my best way to use it at this moment, because it does actually, you can see right there, it does show up a bit with that way, but it doesn't show up on the lashes. So like in concept, a liquid highlighter from L'Oreal would be better. it's just not that great in this particular form. I think I just ranked it higher because it was affordable and I have found like a use for it. So it would be ranked like closer to dead last, I guess, if I was ranking it for its actual purpose as like mascara, glitter topper. But it's really pretty as a liquid highlighter, I'm not gonna lie. And number 18 from Catrice, the Skin High Cover Concealer, Hyaluronic Waterproof. I have mine in shade 1 Neutral Swan. This is so much better than the Urban Decay concealer, but I just still don't think it's my perfect match. It's not as drying, but I don't feel like it gives me the coverage necessarily that I need and want. So you either get your coverage you want, but it's cakey and drying, or you get something more hydrating and more natural looking, but it doesn't really give you coverage. So neither of the concealers I use this month are really truly my favorite or what I want, but I'm using what I have. And number 17, the KVD mascara. This is the Go Big or Go Home mascara. I love this when I first got this. I feel the same way as last month. It's still good, but I can tell that it is aging and it's starting to just not be quite the same formula-wise as it was when I first got it. So like everything else in this video, I'm using it up, but I don't think I'll like go after this one again. I have so many mascaras in my collection right now. We've got a majority of items this month, guys. That is just like, hey, if you saw, it's one of those if you saw on sale and it was for a good price, like that could be good. But to go out and actually seek out that specific item, I don't think I'm there with that at this point. Next up from Laura Lee Los Angeles is the liquid lipstick in shade Spicy Pink. This is more the type of lippy I go for on a daily basis. I love the packaging. I love this sharp tip. And unlike their glosses, I love the shape of this applicator. This is what I want. It perfectly hugs the curves of my lip when I put it on. It is such a comfortable formula, yet long lasting. This is probably, is this my favorite? I think this might be my favorite liquid lipstick formula. I think so. Ofra I think is up there too. They have a really good one, but this is amazing. Very comfortable from Laura Lee Los Angeles. If you haven't tried them, like, now we're reaching into the category 16 and up, now that we're about halfway through of this is really something special, and I would seek out this formula if I ran out of it because it's that good, you guys. And number 15 from Adept Cosmetics is their Gianna Face Palette. Mostly because of this bronzer. I love this. It is the perfect neutral option. I'm not wearing it today. I don't know why am I doing this like I'm modeling it. It's been a long week. This is a really great powder bronzer. Love it so much. And these highlighters that are in this palette with it really don't pick up on my texture, which is more than I can say for a lot of highlighters with someone who has texture and combo skin. And then at number 14, right after that, also from Adept Cosmetics, this is the Valentina palette. This is a trio of really lovely glowy blushes. They are like subtle, like on my fingers here, but they're very glowy and you can build them up. Even this one that looks like a little maybe deeper and more intimidating does work on a more fair skin tone like mine. Don't pick up any texture, very smooth. Very impressed with those. I use those all the time. They're so good and they're very affordable for getting 3 pans of that size for each palette. And number 13 is something I've used the heck out of. It's almost gone and I don't think they sell it anymore, so it's a crying shame, but this is the Ulta Beauty Flower Powder. This is a pink powder. There's tons of brands now that have jumped on the pink powder trend. This was from years ago before it was trendy. I do feel like it's really brightening under the eyes though, and it definitely makes me look more at a pink powder for this region in particular, or for like, I still sometimes do like the powder beard to like define either my nose or my jaw and my cheekbones. So I would look at getting another pink powder, but I don't think that Ulta sells this particular flower powder anyone, but it is really, really nice. And number 12 is an item I used in my deck of painting last month. This is the Nimia License to Glow Serum, and by using it so much, I realized how much I actually really love this product. It's very hydrating. It's blue. It comes in this dropper. It's really fun. but it is an amazing preparation for makeup. It says right on it, you can either apply to your clean blank canvas before moisturizer, but you can also use it as a glowy primer. And I do think this gives you that like natural glow from within, which I've been really liking lately. So I know I don't hear many people talk about this brand, but this one, and the packaging is so heavy and nice. It's really a winner, you guys. I think I like it too because as I'm a combo person, like in the winter, I do tend to lean a little more dry. I get really dry like right here. And that's really cured me of all of that like before I've gone in for the makeup step of things. And then I also, in my Deck of Panning series, have been using a lot this item in number 11. I got this from TJ Maxx. I paid $12 for this, which I feel like is still a lot for a blush, but it says to compare at $20. It's ABH. They're expensive. But this is a blush trio in Pool Party, and I've really, really liked this one. Particularly this like deeper, almost brown blush is super, super pretty. This does have more of a glitter, this middle one, and then this is just like your everyday kind of pinky flush. I've been liking this one so much, I may just leave it out, even though I have fulfilled the requirements I set for myself in that Deck of Panning series. But the ABH blushes, has anybody else tried ABH blushes? This is the one and only I own from their brand that I've ever tried, and I really like it. Do I need to try more blushes from ABH? Please let me know if you have any info about that, because that's amazing. I don't know if they make that blush trio anymore in Pool Party, but dang, it's good. In number 10 is my good old trusty Smashbox Photo Finish Radiance Primer. They don't make this anymore. She's still holding on for dear life, you guys. I know I'm going to use it up this year, but I love it so much and I don't want it to go. It's just so, so good, but I shouldn't rank it any higher because you really cannot get it anymore. And I don't know, I just feel weird about ranking something number 1 that is discontinued that you can't even get, but I love it so much. It's such a good primer, and please tell me if you have any dupes for the Smashbox Radiance, because it's flawless in a way I haven't found in anything else so far. Number 9, I believe I already got rid of. That was the BH Paradise Refresh Setting Spray. Completely used it up this month. Got that at TJ Maxx as well for like $5, but it was a really nice hydrating, just like melt everything together as far as your powders and everything setting spray. It wasn't like the most longevity like setting spray, you know, some make it really lock into place. That was more of a like melt it all together and make it look really natural setting spray, which I did really like, and it was very refreshing. So if I ever saw that one again, I would get it, but I don't know, do they have that? Let's investigate, shall we, about a couple of these things, because I keep saying I don't know if they have it and I kind of want to find out. Okay, so the ABH Pool Party blush, it looks like they still have at Ulta for $30, so maybe the $12.99 was good that I got it for at TJ Maxx. I would not pay $30 for that though. Like, I just have so many blushes. And then you can get the Paradise Refresh setting spray. I think I said I paid like $5, $4.99 at TJ Maxx. You can get it for $7.50 at Revolution Beauty, since they're the ones that own BH now. So it's not terrible at all for a setting spray. I would definitely consider picking that one up again. But right now I'm using this one from Benefit the Professional, so I'm not like super pressed for it, but that one was really good. And number 8 is, I apologize, something that you cannot get, but it's so good I had to put it here, from Unearthly Cosmetics. This is the Ghoul Light Highlighter Palette. They did this for Halloween 2 years ago, maybe? Oh, it's just so pretty. The swirled patterns, just the way it comes off as well. This one I use as like an orangey blush, this kind of like red, yellow, orange one. Green one's pretty for highlighter, like an icy lavender. They're just so high quality. I love the artwork. Unearthly, man, they are just killing it with everything right now. And yeah, they're just on a roll. Love to see what they keep doing. And number 8, this is, if you have it, pull it out. And number 7 is something that's like old to the public but new to me. This is the first month I ever tried this. It is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer with 4% niacinamide. I wanted to try this and got this because I had a sample of the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip and really liked it, but it's so expensive. And I do think this one is a nice substitute for the price. just as good. Loved it. Will definitely repurchase this one if I do over the milk one, unless there's like a sale to where that one would be cheaper than this one. But this I think was like 10 bucks. The other one for a full size is what, like 30? Good grief, a third of the price. So yeah, this one, it really does work, especially for, like I said earlier, the foundation. This combo is a match made in heaven, but it is just like a primer, and that's kind of boring, I guess, in my mind, so I didn't rank it number 1. In number 6, I have ranked the NYX Bear With Me Brow Gel. I don't even have it anymore. It's gone. It's the Sativa brow gel. It's just so good. It's such a precise little brush, and it's clear. It's amazing. That is definitely what I would repurchase again after using up the current St. Luxe one I talked about earlier. But yeah, I'm just using what I have, but that's the one I'll go back to, and it's super affordable. It's like $8 from Ulta. On number 5 is the Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. This was in number 1 last month. It's been dethroned. I still really love this one. I 100% completely used this one up. It's totally gone now. No more left whatsoever. It's kind of expensive as well since it's Tarte at full price. I've gone through several of those. So if I see it on sale, I would definitely pick it up because I know I love it. But I have so many other foundations, whether I like them or not, that I'm trying to go through, that one is not going to be a repurchase right now until I see it go on sale. But that one's number 5. It's really, really good if you just want to even everything out and really get some hydration. Number 4 is the setting spray I was talking about, the Benefit Professional. This is also so expensive normally. It's like $30 normally for 4 ounces. It's crazy. I got this half off. For $15, I'll pay it. This I save for when I really need my makeup to last, because this one will come through. It melts everything together and it will stick, but it doesn't feel like crunchy hairspray, and it is the finest mist. I love this one so much. This is my number 1 ever setting spray. That's a strong statement, but it is. If you said, what setting spray do you recommend? I need a good one. This is it. This is the one, but I'm rationing it because it is so expensive. But that's just so good. I had to rank it super high. That one is, for me at least, like life-changing. In number 3 is the lip liners from Unearthly Cosmetics. I used 2 of them this month in shades Charred and Cursed. They're kind of similar. They have different undertones, but here at the tip you can see the colors. I have used one more than the other. I've used, what is the shade? Cursed a little bit more. Cursed is a bit of a lighter, more neutral, dusty shade versus Char is like a deeper, warmer brown. So it's more of like a, not quite khaki, but it's just like a nude, maybe slightly cool leaning for Cursed. These are only $6 each, these sharpenable pencils from Unearthly. I didn't even pay that, you guys. They do 50% site-wide sales every once in a while if you pay attention to their Instagram. I paid $3 a lip liner. Holy cow, they are incredible quality, so creamy, so long lasting for that. Check these out from Unearthly Cosmetics. I have them in other shades too, like this one from Khaki. I just didn't use them this month, but they are so good. I don't see myself buying any other ones. For a while, I was stuck on the Melt ones, but these are so much cheaper and they're just as creamy as good. Look at them. There's another one that I'm like, that one was a life-changing one where I'm like, never going back. New favorite, has replaced other things. Number 2 is a foundation. I've used this like almost every day, and I really do like it, you guys. This is from Revlon. It is the Candid Natural Finish Anti-Pollution Foundation. I have mine in 110 Porcelain. I honestly didn't like this as much last month, and I've used it more, and it's really, really nice. It's like the perfect medium coverage. It's not too cakey. It wears really evenly. It's not patchy, and I love that about it too. It's supposed to be an anti-pollution foundation. I don't know about all that, but I paid $3.50 for this at Walmart. Holy cow, $3.50 for this quality? That's so good. That's so good. I'm down to the little end bit here. Like you can see it's like clear here up, and this part down is full. So I don't have a ton left. I probably won't repurchase it right away, even though I really enjoyed it, because I do have quite a few other foundations in my collection. We keep going back to that, I know. But dang, Revlon, you guys, they're stepping it up. And in number one, finally, for February, my favorite thing that I used this month that was not a palette was another eyeshadow single from Pretties for Your Face. Again, if you want to purchase this, use code Caitlin for 20% off your purchase. It is an affiliate link, which means I do get a small percentage, a small kickback if you use my code. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This is in shade Clara's Dream. Do we see the texture? Oh, I love a textured shadow. This one, it's like kind of dry and meant to be just like padded, and it's just like you tap it over things. Oh, I gotta get a little bit more and get you guys an adequate swatch, because it's almost like pressed flakies in a way. See where it's like, it just adds this like shine to everything. I love layering this over other stuff. It's so transformative to your other shades. And again, it's called Clara's Dream. It is mostly pinky. It's got a little bit of blue in there as well, but it's the texture that I love so much. And if you are new to single shadows, you can just get, this is called a Z palette. I got it from Ulta, but it's basically an empty eyeshadow palette. And all of these Pretties for Your Face singles are magnetic. They just pop right in, and then you've got them there to mix and match with your other pre-existing palettes and shadows. So yeah, guys, that is everything I use in the month of February. It was kind of a lot, huh? I feel like I use so much, like I rotate so much. I get so bored using the same thing over and over. I have to switch at least like one step in my routine, because I just love products so much, and I love trying things and mixing and matching. Let me know what you've been using this month. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of this series. This is only the second month I've done this. You guys seemed to like it okay last month. I've been tracking for March as well too. So yeah, talk to me in the comments. Would love to hear from you as always. And thank you so much if you made it all the way to the end. I hope to see you again on the next one. Bye.